Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to the channel. I'm Charlemagne, and today I just want to talk about what I really enjoyed about the Godforge Alpha Wave 1. So without further ado, let's get into it. Simply put, guys, I have had a blast playing this alpha, and frankly, I haven't been able to have enough time to play as much as I have. But fortunately, I've still made it to level 151 and I've had a great time. There are some things that I wish could be a little bit better, but again, this is an alpha, and so we really are just trying to experience that core gameplay loop mechanic, and when it comes to what that is, I think it's a lot of fun. I am a fan of hero collectors, and so being able to play one that has this kind of old style vibe and the ethos of myths and legends is right up my alley. So it would really have to be a terrible game for me to not enjoy it, and that just wasn't the reality here. Things that I really enjoy about Godforge. Well, first and foremost, I love the heroes. I love their design. I think that they are really, really cool. And I think that there's only room for growth when it comes to what they can look like, what they could do, and what they can implement as they grow the roster and things that we get to look forward to when it comes to launch having 200 characters. I think I just think they're awesome. And I know a lot of people have really talked about like the quality of the game and the graphics and everything like that. But remember, this is a mobile game. They're pretty limited on the polygons they can use. And again, also graphics is kind of like the last, 5% of build, and alpha is not even anywhere near 90% to finish. So we have a lot of space to wait for graphics to improve. And already I really think that they're doing a great job of the heroes. I love the simplicity of upgrading. I love that this is just quality of life, right? I love that we can just drag a hero up and through and do all these things and just be able to click autofill and just boom, promote, done. Now, I do agree with Adam from the Adventures of Adam and the taxation of gold on almost everything when it comes to things outside of gear. It feels a little much, especially in this alpha where gold is very limited, which, by the way, pro tip, I found this out just a couple days ago, is that the 8s, 8, 18, 28, those are the highest gold yielding levels, as well as the Golden Guardian. So if you can grind level 120 or even level 60 based off where you are, that's going to get you a lot more gold for leveling up gear. I do like that. I do like the heroes. I think that's a lot of fun. I do like in the Godforge Alpha that just everything is able to be grinded. I think it's going to be kind of sad when we get to the launch and we're going to have to pull for these champions and, our rosters aren't going to be the same. But all in all, that's just the game. I love the uniqueness about how there are not only, like affinities, but there's also, I forget if this is class or whatnot, but basically, disruptors, slayers, all of these things, defenders, just really cool abilities and things that make heroes continue to just stand out and be a little different and categorize heroes in terms of what they do. Things that I also like. I just enjoy the combat. I can't help it. It's a lot of fun. They have been talking so much about the ultimate system and what that's going to be and how they've been tuning it and making it better. And I mean, I think it works. Now, it can be really frustrating, right? When your enemy has their ultimates ready, and that is definitely challenging. But when you're able to really like stack abilities and begin to really work them together outside of turns and being able to do things that you can't do in particularly other hero collectors, Raid being a prime example of this, but it really creates some ingenuity to the game and being able to really think through how you want to progress, how you want to get through a level, and who you want to place where. So like Aphrodite, I won't put in the first slot anymore because I want, well, one, I want the attack boost from Zeus. That's really helpful. But I also want to be able to, like, if I want to hit auto, I know that she's going to put it on Zeus, which I think, but I haven't quite figured out. It might be pretty simple about whether it is, second slot or not. Made a mistake there. But that's all right. And but that's it. Like I can make these decisions and I can play this game and it's just fun. And what I love about Alpha is that, energy isn't just wasted, right? So as you're progressing, you're not using energy. As you're progressing and you fail, you're not using energy. It's only when you go to farm that you lose the energy, which has just been such a refreshing experience. And you can see I have over 6,000 energy. And so it's been nice to just be able to say, okay, well, what do I want to do? And I can just do it for as long as I want, not have to worry about it because it's just there, which has been a really refreshing experience for alpha. So as you get into wave 2, wave 3, you can look forward to that. I have yet to need to wait for my energy to recharge, which has been really great. Another thing I really love about Godforge Alpha, and probably really Godforge, is the gearing. Now, granted, I'm still sinking my teeth into, the types of, like, I guess the I don't know what to call it, but like light versus heavy armor versus then also there's the grading 1 through 5, and then there's also like the rarity, and then don't mention, of course, what stats and substats and what sets there are. I think there's a lot of I do find that there is a lot of complexity in my mind to the gearing system. I think it'll make a little bit more sense once we get into the full launch and we'll be able to attune gear. But right now it just feels like a lot. It's like, well, what's the difference between a helmet of the Guardian, crude Nightweave, and flawless plate helmet of the Kraken? Now, well, obviously there's the set, but like flawless versus crude, well, that's the ranking, and that boosts what the primary stat is. But I thought from past hero collectors that the rarity alone did that. But it seems like the rarity is what allows for the number of substats. The level of the gear is what allows for what quality of main and substats you can earn. And then I guess the style of armor, heavy, light, medium, whatnot, that really just is going to rely more on attunement in the full launch. But it's all really cool. And what I love is that there's more pieces of armor that have percentage stats in this game. Helmets have percentage stats. You can put crit rate on a helmet. You can put crit damage on the pauldron. You have speed on legs, speed on boots, which is normal. And I mean, there's more stats to go around, which is really exciting. Now, I'm also seeing some limitations on the substats per gear slot, but that's okay. With everything else, it's like, okay, well, I may not be able to push attack nearly as crazy high, but for this build, for this point in the game in the alpha, I can actually, crit cap a hero or two, which is great. Another thing I really love are the weapons and being able to add, imprints onto them. I mean, those are just so cool. Here's my one maxed weapon, my Blood Sword of Osiris, 70% additional crit damage. Really awesome. Attack and crit damage on my Zeus, having, an increased damage when above 50% from Osiris. I mean, it's just awesome to be able to add these ingenuities to the hero. And let me see if I don't even know. Yeah, I'm suffering from the glitch right now. Let's see if this is going to work. Add it back in. There we go. Now he has more damage. So I haven't even been playing with that. And so he's going to even be doing more damage now when he's attacking without having taken damage. I do like the awakening system. I do like that there are more things to be able to empower and make your heroes unique. I do worry about that come summoning and, accessibility of legendaries, but we'll see. That's a whole nother video. But yeah, there's been a lot about Godforge that I've enjoyed, and I think that there is so much more to look forward to. This is just a taste. This is, as I've already said, the core gameplay loop mechanics. And haters are going to hate. Like, there's nothing that we can do to sway somebody's opinion if they are a Raid fan and they just see this as a Raid clone. That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. By all means, have that opinion. And if you're typing in your hate comment right now about how, oh, Raid is the better game, fine. Like, thanks for watching. I'm just excited. It's enjoyable to play something new. It's enjoyable to know that I am supporting someone who cares about gaming, who cares about a community, who cares about gamers. And it's enjoyable to play in this genre, myths and legends. So if you've been in wave one, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you're in wave two, I can't wait to play alongside you. I actually got a really sweet little thing that I've planned for wave two that I'm really excited about. I'll be sharing more about that in the coming week, but I'm just looking forward to it. I can't wait for more. I can't wait to do more, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. I've been out of sorts a little bit. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey, for watching, and for engaging in the comments and by liking, by subscribing. It really means the world to this small channel of mine. So, thank you. Let's get ready for wave two.